Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I heard we won't crash, but we will see crash. So it's time for Crash Bash by CDRomatron and ViewBob! Let's go!
You want to introduce us or shall I?
No, yeah, you go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
I've done enough talking today.
Hello, you've met Mike before. I'm ViewBobTrue96, but you can call me Andrew. And this is Crash Bash. It's a PlayStation 1 Crash Bandicoot party game.
Yeah.
So please don't expect too much.
But
yeah, there's a cutscene here explaining the plot. Are you ready to start?
yeah,
Yeah.
Are we good in time?
Yes,
Oh, and
Okay.
the cutscene is finishing, so...
Oh,
Oh, no, maybe not.
Should we just get
You
this?
think I know? Yeah, so 3...
I know. I'll start right once we finish loading, so just hit the button and I'll yell.
Okay.
Alright, so it's just since finished loading, and go. I wasn't sure if I could make a joke about that, but apparently you can. So, we've been playing this game for a few months at this point.
We're still not that good.
Yeah. So, we are...
Oh, you...
So we're
Off
not
to a
playing
good
this on
start.
the completely optimal way. Unfortunately, the PAL region has the deficit of the game running at 5-6 speed. So playing this on NTSC gives just a bit of a good free bonus. And the NTSC version is also allegedly just easier. So we're basically playing this on the hardest way we could. This is the first minigame, Crash Ball. So there's going to be 4 warp rooms, each with a selection of minigames in them. And there are different objectives that we can do for each thing. So every minigame has a trophy, a gem, and a crystal, and later on there are relics, but we don't need to worry about those. So the crystal is obtained by just playing the minigame normally and winning a best of 3. In this one, it's to get the 2 enemies' health down to 0 whilst we are still alive.
It's essentially 4-way Pong, but with lives.
And a lot of balls.
And a lot of balls. There's no gimmicks, but
Yeah.
as we get into later
So,
warp rooms,
yeah.
there'll be gimmicks put in, and
Later in warp rooms, they'll repeat minigames, but they'll add gimmicks to them. Like, the next one will have a magnet. So yeah.
and first to 3 wins each time.
The controls for the first one are fairly simple. All Andrew can do is move left and right. All I can do is move. For context, he's playing as Koala Kong, who's player 1, along the bottom. I am Tiny, who is along the right-hand side.
And they're pretty much just the best characters.
Yeah, so objectively, they have the highest stats for the games where stats matter. So we're both playing as them.
Doesn't really seem fair, but
Yeah,
there you
the
go.
enemies don't particularly matter. We just have an in-joke about these 2 characters, so that's why we only have those as the opponents. But yeah, we like to have some fun when we play because it can get a bit tedious if you try to take it too seriously.
And you can score against each other, which happens more often than I'd like it to, but these ones, there's no time limit on them. They can drag on a bit, I suppose, but it's still good fun.
Unfortunately, it starts off with one of the longer and more boring minigames. From here on out, it does get a lot more exciting until we get to like Warp 2 and then the next one of these levels.
It's arguably
And then
even
Warp
worse.
3, which is the worst version of this level. But yeah. As soon as we escape Crash Ball, we're going to be having a fun time. Fun times had by all. So just put me one more hit. Brio down. And
Be
Coco's
gone.
down. Okay, just one more victory.
2 down, 1 to go.
So to enter all the bosses in this game, you need a certain quantity of collectibles. For every single boss, you do need all of the trophies. So we will be doing at least the trophy for every single level. As I mentioned earlier, there's also the crystals and gems. The gems are either timed levels, or levels where if you have health, you have a limited amount, like a significantly more limited amount of health than your opponents do. and if it is a time limit one, it's generally a very low time limit you have. And the crystal is the minigame again, but it's only done once, as opposed to a best of 3, but there's some extra gimmick to it. Like, for example, although we're not doing here, the crystal for this level is that we don't have the kick, so we can't, like, boost the ball.
Some of them later on get especially horrible.
Oh yeah, and yeah, some of the levels, so although you do need every single trophy, we only need a few gems and a few crystals. So generally we choose what gems and crystals we do based on A, how quick the minigame is to complete, and B, how easy the minigame is. So the AI in this game is notoriously unfair and straight up cheats in later parts of the game and does stuff that even a task could not achieve.
I mean, they're alright for the first warp room
Yeah,
or so, but
it's
by
just-
warp room
yeah.
3 and 4 they get
So when you're
cheating.
doing max percent in this game, it is absolutely absurd. Some levels on their own to do a relic takes in excess of an hour sometimes, and it can be quite absurd. So
now we're going on
yeah.
to the gem, and this works. We have shared lives between us,
yeah,
but
and
rather than before, where we all have the same number, we start with a lower number than the enemies.
yeah, so we need to do our best to work together here, work as a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. DreamWorks makes Shrek.
You stole my joke.
You told that to me last night when we were practicing.
I can only dream. Sadly. Oh. I suppose like the plot for this game isn't really. There's not really much to it. Aku Aku and Uka Ruka are getting into an argument, and
Yeah, and the ancients will not allow them to fight.
despite
in
the fact they did at the end of Crash 3,
and Wrath of Cortex. Kind of.
but yeah, so to solve their dispute, they decide to have a tournament, and they call on all their friends to fight for them. But
But Cortex has an unfair number of players, so Tiny and
Dingo Dan.
Dingo Dial get turned to the good side.
We're getting pumped, Michael. Oh, it's okay.
So yeah, like I said before, the levels we do are either based on how fast the level is to do or how easy the level is to do. We're going to be collecting a lot of gems and crystals in the first warp room just because it's when the AI is at their easiest. The AI also gets more difficult when doing the challenge stages, like the gems and the crystals.
This is still meant to be one of the easier ones.
Yeah, we do this one just because there's a level you're supposed to do in the route a lot later on, which is just,
We struggle with
yeah, it is incredibly difficult. A lot of it also comes down to personal preference, and luckily there's not too much time variation when it comes to different routes in this game.
Not good.
Just getting out of Crash Ball is just like the best feeling because it's just such a bad start to the game.
Oh,
This one.
it gets very hectic. And the later stages just get even worse. I apologise, headphone users. I do that a
We got
lot.
this, we got this.
That's okay.
This might take a few attempts, but this is one of the harder levels we start off with.
Thank you. Thank you. left that one in. She's feeling sorry for us.
This game does have some dynamic difficulty adjustment, although I don't think it applies to these levels.
The final boss, it definitely is.
Yeah. There's a few places in the game for some of the boss fights where we actually abuse the dynamic difficulty adjustments and just lose on purpose a few times.
Because otherwise they would
make
be.
the boss faster than just doing the boss normally.
Jesus Christ. Hey,
Yes,
there we go.
Okay,
Finally, bloody hell.
No more crash ball until warp 2.
I think I've aged.
Yeah. So that's the only crash ball type level gem we're getting. From here on out, it's just trophies. Only what we need to. Only the essentials.
The viewing gets easier.
Oh yeah.
And now we're on the first polar bear level, which is almost like sumo basho kind of thing. We're riding polar bears.
Yeah. So
We have to push each other off.
Sumo wrestling with bears. So the aim of this one is just to knock all the opponents off before the timer runs out, before we get knocked off ourselves. So all we can do is do a charge attack. There's that lightning.
That weird hairdryer thing.
Yeah.
Oh, take it, yeah.
we take those. So yeah, that dispenses items. It can either make you larger or smaller, increasing or decreasing your knockback. It can also give you a lightning, which after a certain period of time has passed, will cause all of the opponent's team members to decrease in
Thank you.
size and be shocked. And
We take those.
there is the squishy.
The
I think
weight.
It's like, yeah, the weight. We always call it squishy. Which is a similar thing to the lightning, in which it occurs to the user after a period of time. But that one is a negative effect on the user and will instantly kill them. So the main strategy for this is one player, the player who starts near the bottom, will knock out a lot of the ice casing, so we can actually, the top player can go and knock them down. Yeah, like I said, like Crash Ball is just like the longest level significantly for these bits. We've already got the trophy for this one.
And
Next
now it's
up
on
is
to the
the
gem.
gem.
Which will be the same thing, but it's about a 30-second time limit. So
Yeah, so instead of a minute 30, we now have 30 seconds. Considering we've been doing this all in like 11 or 12 seconds,
we should be okay.
is not an issue.
The AI do seem to get stronger though,
Yeah.
which is
No,
it's
sorry,
only
yeah,
45.
seconds.
I didn't mean to do that.
I'd be disappointed if you did mean to do that.
Well, Brio's got
kinda
the
like
weight,
Brio kinda finished
so when that timer runs, oh, pass it to Coco, and then the weight will fall and kill her instantly. We take those as well. We take a lot.
Okay, and we do the crystal here as well, correct?
Mhm.
Yes.
There's a lot of loading in this game.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you guys heard that. It's pretty unbearable.
Nice reference to the graphical.
So the crystal challenges add a different gimmick to every level. So in this case, the item dispenser,
Shoots lightning.
it shoots lightning at us as well, and if that hits you, you'll get stunned. But it doesn't
affect
work.
the enemies.
Oh, there we go. I'll have that.
Oh, so I got zapped, so now I cannot move until I am unzapped.
Also means he can't save himself if he gets pushed to the edge. That's twice I've done that.
There we go.
You can tell which of us is the better at the game.
We both sort of like I'm useless at the ball levels, and
I think we both
I'm not
are.
particularly good at like the pogo levels either.
Speak of the devil.
Speaking of pogo levels, Pogo Painter. This level is basically
Slow.
an auto-scroller. Each round ends after a minute 30, so we're going to spend approximately like 5 minutes here. So the aim of this game is you go and you paint squares by jumping on them, and you can cash in all of your colored squares by touching one of the pink exclamation mark boxes. So yeah, currently we just need to make sure we beat the opponents every round, because if we don't, then we could lose essentially a minute 30. Although, luckily, AI is pretty crap early on, so we don't need to worry
You said
about
that, but he's
winning.
just beat me to a box.
Let me get that one. So yeah, there's a few power-ups in this level. There's the missiles, which allow us to shoot enemies, and that kind of stuns them for a second. There's the...
I shouldn't have looked behind. It's a good-
That's a way to keep it up.
It's a good job that this one only needs one hand. We were.
Yeah, we're miles ahead in points for this one. So yeah, there's the spring shoes, which makes you run faster. There's the arrows, which point that color all of the squares that the arrow's pointing to your current color. And then there's the missile, which you can use to fire at enemies to stun them. And there's a few other, no, I don't think there's any more power-ups, but
Not on
there's
this
a
one.
few variations in the later stages. Oh yeah, no, there are some different power-ups later on in the game. But yeah, we'll get to those when we get to them. For the box on the right.
Okay.
Got it. Cool. Yeah, so we're miles ahead in points now, so we can just kind of... Let's go.
not really much else
is it
to
just
say
one
at this
round
point.
we've got at this moment?
Yeah, just one
Okay,
more to
cool.
go. Let someone
One more to
keep
go
in track.
after this. Yeah, it's not even. There's not even like a strat of like, oh, we could purposely get a lower score so it takes less time to tally up, because there is a hard cap on like, you know, it's static how long the game takes to count up your time. So there's not even a benefit to doing something clever like purposely lowering your score. So yeah, we just kind of need to wait this one out.
Still another
Lots
round
more.
to go.
Right now.
So I'll explain the gem and the crystal here, because we'll need to focus a bit more for those when we're actually doing
Just
them.
gonna prop him back.
The gem challenge is that instead of a timer and our score counting up, we instead have a score we need to reach, and our timer there's no timer. So we essentially need to deplete our amount of points that we need to deplete before our opponent does.
But we
And-
have more.
Yeah, our opponent has significantly less points they need to deplete than us. And for the crystal, it's just one round of this mini game, but there is also mushrooms that will instantly end the round if we touch them.
It's an entirely fair game.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't matter if the opponents touch the mushroom; it just stuns them. So negating all of Brio's hard work. Yeah, we're good.
We're good. We're golden. Just gonna let go. Why not? Rest my hands. And that's the trophy.
That's the trophy. We get the gem and the crystal here, but
Mhm.
both of those are a lot shorter.
And we get as much as we can in Warp Room 1 just because.
Yeah, the Warp Room one's the easiest difficulty-wise. So if you can imagine that, like, there's like tiers of difficulty. Like, you know, all the enemies in Warp Room 1 are tier 1, all the enemies in Warp Room 2 are tier 2. Think of it like that, except when you're playing the gem or the crystal, it goes up to the next Warp Room, basically. So, by doing as much as we can early on, we essentially make it as easy for us as possible. Since your opponents are already way ahead.
I think they started with a 60 points.
Yeah.
We had a 60-point handicap. But we can catch up easily.
Rocks.
Not anymore.
There, you get the one down there.
Yeah.
Good.
And we've caught up already. We are golden.
Some boxes there.
We're still winning.
I'll get that one down here and we
Good
focus
shout.
There's a 1v1 spinning on the left soon, probably. I'll go up and collect this box. Or you
I'll
get
get-
the one on the left, I'll get the one on the right.
Yeah.
There we
Perfect.
go. First try. So next up is the crystal, which was mentioned earlier, is like just a single one of the ones we were doing for the cup, except this time it is there are mushrooms spawning, and we need to be careful not to touch any mushroom. The shoes become extremely deadly in this level because although the shoes are a nice speed up, which is really nice for when you're just playing the game, you can't stop moving when you have the shoes.
And the mushrooms have a
makes-
tendency to spawn in front of you.
Yes.
You can see where they're going to appear a little bit before they do.
So you have a little bit of time to react to the mushrooms spawning, but not much.
And if you touch one, it's game over and you have to start over
So we need to
immediately.
be very careful.
I think the best thing is typically avoid the top of the board because it's a bit more difficult to see what's going on up there. Ooh, I'll have that. I say that, but I'm going to go up because there's a nice box up there.
That was close.
Ooh.
So yeah, we're just trying to be careful, not let the opponents win, because that's just as bad as the sitting a mushroom, if not worse.
It would waste the full minute 30 there.
Yeah.
At least for the mushroom, you'd only waste half the time. It's looking pretty close. I think you can shoot the mushrooms with a missile though to make them go
Yeah,
away.
you can shoot the mushrooms with a missile, and that gets rid of them.
Close. I think we've got it. Get that box just to be safe. Yeah. Yeah, we've got it. We're in.
Oh yeah, we do.
Ooh.
Okay.
Right. Oof, by
Oh,
4
that was
points.
very close. Okay.
I take it.
Victory's a victory, though. We take those.
Alright, next is Jungle Bash.
Yeah. So Jungle Bash is, I would say, the most fun mini.
Oh yeah, it's by far the most fun. Definitely. You throw boxes at each other,
Yeah.
and that's it.
That's the whole mini game. Is you throw boxes at the other players until they are no longer alive.
And again, there's no gimmicks in this one. Wumpa fruits heal you, TNTs do the most damage, and nitro crates are dangerous to touch.
The TNT crates, if you're not familiar, do explode after 3 seconds of contact, so you need to get rid of those very quickly.
And again, one of the reasons why we pick Tiny and Koala Kong is because they have stronger throwing power in these ones than the other ones do. They can throw the crates a lot further. It's just better to play as them.
Yeah, there is some tech in this game, in these levels. For example, you have a kick, which is relatively slow. However, you can cancel a kick using a jump.
bit like
You can
Smash
also arc your crate slightly, because during the animation of the throwing of the crate, there's a bit of a wind-up, and you can still maneuver your character in that time. Luckily the AI likes to taunt, so it's relatively easy to land a hit.
We can hit each other.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. So that's
Which
also
is,
a thing worth noting is there is friendly fire in this game, so we do need to be careful not to kill each other.
It probably will happen at some point. There we go.
Sorry about it. Now they're almost done.
Coco is. Yes,
Clear.
perfect.
Okay, cool. So that is the cup. We're also going to be getting the gem crystal here, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
The gem, as mentioned before, most of them are time trials. So in this one, we just have a very
Half the time, I think.
Yeah, I think it's half the time to complete the level, and it's just one round. And then the crystal is about the same, except nitros are constantly being thrown at us by the idol.
Oh, 30 seconds, a third of the time. Thank goodness for TNT crates. Ooh, hit them both.
Okay, Coco's down. Just gonna go. Sorry,
Worth it.
we did it.
Well, for this vote, why not?
There is a lot of waiting around, I've realised, in this game.
Yeah.
There is just a little bit too much.
So next up is the crystal. As I said before, the little idle thing in the back is going to be throwing TNTs, nitros at us. It'll alternate, so it'll throw one at me and then at Andrew, and then it'll keep going between. Unless one of us dies, and then it will solely focus on us.
If I'm not mistaken, the
It
AI
can-
can't be
no,
hurt
the
by
AI
them.
can be hit by
Oh,
them.
they can. Oh,
Yeah.
so they can. I just saw that. Won't target them though.
Yeah, it will never target the eye specifically, but they can be hit, which is convenient. But we do have a full 1 minute 30 to do this, so there is no danger here. Focus down. There we go. Everybody's
I
down.
think he blew himself up.
I think he did.
Nice. Well, that's everything in Warp Room 1. So,
And next
on
up
to the
is
first
Papu
boss,
Papu.
Papu, who's a lot more intimidating than he was in Crash 1.
So yeah, so this is Papu Papu. He starts off by summoning these like those tile things at you, and then after he summons some crashes at you, and then once he does that, he becomes vulnerable, and we can throw bricks at him. So the first time he'll spawn 2 crashes, the next time he'll spawn 4, and then the next time he'll spawn 6. And then the boss is done. So because we're doing this in 2-player, we can actually both stand at the crashes,
Oh.
which is really convenient. There we go.
And that's Papu Papu.
He still has some health, but you know, he kind of takes care of himself. And that's Papu Papu. That's all of Warp Room 1.
Warp Room 1 done in half an hour. Not bad.
Into Warp Room 2.
So, we'll start with Beach Ball,
Yeah.
which is Crash Ball but worse, because there's magnets involved.
Yeah, so this time, like I said before, we're only doing the cup, so don't worry about us going through and doing the gems and such.
It's still tedious as hell.
But yeah, it's still pretty tedious.
But yeah, there's a magnet, so you can hold up to 5 balls with your magnet and then launch them back at rapid speed. Which the AI like to use, but then not properly.
Yeah, the AI likes to hold on.
Hey,
to
he
their
had good aim
cards.
there. I take that back. Maybe I just need to. Oh dear.
Do you want to get that?
Got
We
it.
got it, cool.
Ooh.
A lot of this run is just kind of managing your teamwork. Like, you need to get along with the person you're playing, otherwise it will just fall apart. And I don't understand why anyone would want to do the single player run of this.
Maybe... No. Actually, I can't think of a good reason as well.
I'm just doing traits pretty well.
Oh, cotton both. Sadly, these ones always do take way too much time.
But it's going really well.
Yeah, at least we're not going to die. You've jinxed it.
Oh, why did I say that? Oh, why did I say that? Oh, I just realized.
Oh
what I
dear.
said.
Oh, okay. One down. Well, that went well. Risky. Ooh, good catch.
And he scored in Coco's goal. Cool.
Even better. One of them going in my goal. Yeah, oh, both of them are. If you hold on the magnet too long like Coco just did, the magnet will wear off and the balls will just dribble away slowly. Could work, I think. I don't know. How did that one come from?
Pretty off. Hey, Leo's down, just Coco to go.
Still another round after this one.
Yeah, but I mean, this has been going really painlessly.
Normally beach ball does cause a lot more upset. Oh, the apex there. Really applied the England to this way. Saving shots like a madman. There will be. I'm gonna found it.
3, 2, 1, go!
I wish there was more in the way of like tech to discuss for these levels. It's more just
Yeah, the ball levels are relatively uninteresting.
it's solely RNG. The ball's gonna come out of one of the four corners. That's about it, really.
Chat spam bless RNG.
Also, has anyone commented on Andrew's grey shirt?
Oh
I was
yeah,
hoping someone would.
there should be a fella in chat. Fingers crossed. Doesn't sound dodgy at all. She's out already. Bang. Thought she's gone.
There we go.
Wonderful, right. Beach ball is finally
Beach
done
ball
with.
is over. No
That-
more beach ball.
That was an ordeal, but it's gone.
That was better than it usually goes.
I suppose. Yeah.
You can see the timer.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, that was actually really good. I take back. I'm God. I should stop being so negative.
Till panic. So this is the polar bear one again, except this time there's no ice shielding on the outside. It's all.
And the
like-
iceberg that we're on will rock
Yeah.
and sway and be very unsteady. And occasionally a walrus will come out.
Occasionally a walrus, but hopefully we beat the minigame fast enough to not see the walrus.
Oh. There we go.
Team 1. Win.
So we need a close-up of Tiny. He's taking up all the shot.
I love the terrible graphics on his mouth. His mouth's just painted on.
Easy game, 4 seconds.
Why can't the rest of it be this nice? Oh!
What if we tell it to spam blame Ross?
That'll work. Yeah. Mike, maybe.
Right, yeah, Gem. Gem and Crystal here.
Gem and crystal. Yeah, so the gem's same as before. It's the same thing, but the AI are a bit tougher and we have a lot shorter time to beat them in. I think it's 25 seconds? Yes.
2, 1, go.
Oh, here comes the walrus.
Yeah, so the wall responds early on the Gem.
And I've got knocked off. Wow. And he'll tip the iceberg and hold it down a certain way. Wow. Oh well.
Luckily
not too
the
bad.
Gem challenges are relatively short to retry. It's not the end of the world if we fail one. There's Embryo.
And there's
Coco.
Coco. Hand bloody seize up every time I have to go for it. I'm gonna do myself an injury here. I already get more adrenaline flowing through me.
Right, Crystal. So the Crystal is similar to just the normal game, except it sways a lot.
There's a storm going on in the background.
There's a storm going in the
All
background.
the crystal challenges have their own unique little background, which is pretty neat. Oh! I don't know what happened there. It's down to you, Mike. Oh, nice. Sniped across the map. Oh dear.
This is fine, I can still win.
No, you can't.
I was hoping to at least go even in that trade. I thought it was going to counter push, but I did it early.
Oh yeah, that's something we can
Yes,
talk
there's
about.
actually
Yeah.
attack at these stages.
Oh,
so
I'm bad at it.
if you push just after your opponent does, like when Brio did it to me there, you can actually counter push and you know, depth perception's fun.
I think we're both lacking in it. But yeah, but if you return the push, just that happens. Just happened to me. You'll push them back with just as much force. Timing's iffy.
Tiny, no longer tiny, but Tiny missed somehow.
This is going well. What happened to marathon look?
We're used to all on beach ball.
Oh no.
Well, we'll concentrate on this first. Coco. Be gone!
Thought be gone. That took longer than it should have, but
Hey ho,
next
we finished.
next up's another pogo level, so we've got plenty of time
I
to spare.
assume you found something funny.
We have a $4.20 donation.
Ooh, 420. Blaze
Every
it.
time watching EGQ, second time viewer. My animal passed away from games. Money goes to save the Germany, kill the frames. Hype!
Quality.
Because
The GDQ donation generator is adventure.
compared to last time, it's taken
less than a day before that's pulled out.
So this is the next pogo level. So this one varies a lot from the last quiz. So instead of last time where we could bank in our points by touching a box, in this one you need to form a square with at least one hole in the center. However, you can line it up with the colours on the outside.
So this is another one that's going to be a bit boring to watch, but
Yeah. So you'll see that the colours are going around the outside, so generally we're just trying to keep to our own corner. That way we can score as many points as possible. As fast as we can.
Quite polarizing opinions about Germany. Had to donate during this run. Put my money towards save the donation. Let's kick Germany's butt.
what's the deal with Germany? Why is Germany getting so much flack from the donation generator?
Yeah, because everybody just donates. Everybody from Germany donates and says greetings from Germany. I guess that's
I'd never noticed that. Am I slow?
You might be, but your runs surely aren't.
Oh.
Hey. Smooth.
Oof. Well on track for breaking. Is this still the first round?
Yep.
Oh Jesus. Forgot how long this one took. Oh, we beat 400. Nice.
Quality.
Oh, and we get the gem here as well.
Okay, we do get the gem here.
Ah.
Yeah, the gem is a little RNG based. It just depends on how well the AI decides to play. If the AI decides to actually be good, it causes some issues, but hopefully they're scrubs.
They are most of the time.
They're mostly scrubs, but sometimes they're not, and that's when it becomes really inconvenient. Is when you're not expecting it.
Right. And there's Zap Coco. At least the music's good. That's what I tell myself. As I suffer through 3 hours of Crash Bash.
Oh, there's my friend.
At least nostalgia is worth it, eh?
Yeah, it's going half circle.
Oh, lovely. Oh well.
Made over like half your stuff to get.
How
to mine.
dare you? Oh well. We're way in the lead.
Coco's doing surprisingly well. She's hit over 100.
Yeah, but she doesn't count. She's just... I'm not gonna say what she is. I'm on the joke dry. I've already milked it too much in 42 minutes. I have not mentioned though that Brio is a fun enabler. We haven't
Only
mentioned that.
canonical option. Nothing else makes sense.
I don't know how much you know about Crash Bandicoot lore, but it's up there.
We're rewriting the canon as we speak. We'll be done this soon. It's just a minute more,
And then the gem.
and then but the gem we actually we can talk about. There's stuff going on in the gem.
Same thing, but they're just a bit stronger.
Yeah, but we actually need to do point stuff. We can explain like what we were actually doing point wise, because I don't think we were.
Actually, no, I don't
ever
think
actually
we have
explained
talked about
what we
that
were
in
actually
this one,
doing for
no.
points. We'll explain that during the gem,
Yeah. It's only
because it's a bit more relevant during the gem, I guess.
Passed away from Germany. Money goes to donate the donation, you will donate it. Hype!
The worst bit is that these all sound like things that could actually get read out. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if a single one of them actually was.
Donate the donation, get the donation.
Sounds sounds relatively accurate. Oh, we're done. Finally, trophy.
Okay, fantastic.
So-
we finished the Pogo.
After 4.5 minutes, but onto the gem. Like we said, the gem's essentially the same thing, but we've got a stricter time limit. Actually, no, the time
Yeah,
limit's the
it's
same. We have to count down from a higher score. So yeah, I suppose if you want to explain what we do, what we
Yeah.
actually do for points.
Can do. So as I mentioned before, you need to make squares to catch the points. Now we can do this with the edge of the arena, luckily enough, and that's why you saw us kind of like jumping all about the place. So here we're aiming to pick up shoes whenever possible, and make just squares at the corner. So yeah, anything we can do to gain extra points we're doing, and just making as many squares fast as we can.
The best strategy seems to be just make little 4s in the corner.
Yeah, like making 4s or 6s, depending on whether you can choose or not, is a really strong strategy. And going for shoes whenever you can is also helpful.
Yeah, I seem to be doing well.
We're also doing well.
Game 1. We're winning.
There we go.
Oh, perfect. Phew. That one always gets squeaky bum time, as a football manager might say. Close to the nail. I don't see why people have a problem with that. I like it. Squeaky bum time. Oh, best level in the whole game.
Space Bash!
Space
Space Bash
Bash.
is actually the best level, not gonna lie.
It's like Jungle Bash before, where we're throwing bricks at each other.
Except the floor can fall out.
Any explosions that happen will break the floor. So there is the physics in this game is weird when the floor collapses. There's a lot of weird occurrences. If you aim it right, you can make the floor fall out at their feet, but it's really difficult to do. Oh, and there's also the weights from the polar bear stages are also available here.
And masks, which allow you to get a free hit.
And the Zeds, they make you go half
Slow.
speed,
Yeah.
so don't get them. But like the polar bear ones, the weights can be passed on, so... Brio's out. Easy peasy.
And we also get the gem and the crystal here.
We do, we get everything here. We haven't managed to make the floor come out into something. Really to show that. Oh, the shoes are here as well. Oh! That happens.
So yeah, so that was the trophy. Next up is the gem. Same idea, just really strict time limit.
But we always tend to do alright, so the gem shouldn't be an
Yeah.
issue. And if it is, it's quick to redo. In a 3-hour run, Jesus Christ, it's 3 hours long. 20 seconds maybe isn't that big a deal. Oh, why did I agree to do this?
No one else will.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't. Fall down the hole, you dirty thought enabler.
Oh, almost. It's like one hit away from being killed there.
Why have I got no boxes?
Yeah, so...
Oh no!
Oh.
Well, that's what I was trying to do to one of them.
Dude, can
I got beaten at my own game, and no, Michael can do it all single-handed. He doesn't need me. He can do 2-player by himself.
Your boy. Popping off.
Well,
One player two controllers.
So now we're on to the crystal, which is, I think this is probably one of the most fun challenges. So the gimmick in this crystal one is that we actually can't pick the boxes up,
Yeah, we can only kick boxes.
and every box is explosive. So
So yeah, now this is kind of like Minesweeper, where we're just kind of knocking out all the floor one by one. We can also kick them down the hole if we get lucky. There we go. Okay, so I kicked Brio into a nitro, and he exploded and died, which was cool. Oh, purple, almost. In the hole you go. No, that was me.
down the hole. Come on. I am not going to succeed. I hope you realise that.
Do it. Win.
I'm trying.
Do the thing you were destined for.
I'm trying.
Click to
Oh no!
Oh. So that's what we were trying to do to her.
Ah. It's a good job this game is fun.
Which definition of fun we're using here?
I'm having fun. I don't know about you.
Oh, there was a hole there. Okay.
I'll let that do it, yeah. Oh, come here.
You got some on footage. Get the,
What the hell? That didn't land on the ground.
I think it like just nicked the corner. Oh, almost. Oh, she almost got hit with that.
It's just timer.
That's twice they've done it to me.
There we go. There we go.
Why am I? Wow. Well done. Well done. Right, I can actually do the next one, and I'm not just saying that. I can actually
So
do
the
it.
next one is Desert Fox.
Desert Fox, which is, it's almost like Bomberman. It's except in tanks.
Yes.
It's actually, I'd say this is the most fun set of games.
Yeah,
So-
like this or the Bash ones.
We're all in little tanks.
This is the most consistently good one. Like there's like I prefer the Bash levels, but there is a bad Bash level. Whereas with this, I don't think there's a bad tank level.
You can also drop mines, which do massive
So
damage.
this is another instance where we're being Tiny and Qualicong for a reason.
They are just
they
the
have
best
the
characters.
strongest attacks. So you can't attack until your bullet has disappeared off screen for one reason or another. Whether it's it disappears after a certain period of time, and it disappears if it hits an enemy or ally. You could also hit yourself.
Friendly fire is a thing.
Yeah, friendly fire is your thing, and you can hit yourself. So you might purposely want, like, if your bullet is far away from the opponent, you might sometimes actually want to purposely get yourself hit by your own bullet to make it so that you can fire again.
Nice.
Also, iframes are incredibly long in this.
They really are. It's possible to exploit the iframes though to like save yourself. Right?
Yeah.
It's better to shoot yourself than to take the damage from a mine
Yeah,
because they
there's
do
a
a
later
lot of
minigame
damage.
which, if you get hit by a mine, you lose instantly. So sometimes it's better to shoot yourself or get hit by an opponent's bullet to abuse the iframes so that you don't get hit by the mine. Yeah, see, there's my bullet just going into nowhere. So we can fire for a bit.
Fantastic.
Now we're going to be doing the gem here as well.
And the
Gem
crystal?
is the same, but with a time limit. And the crystal is going to be, there's a little submarine in the center. It's going to be firing bombs at us.
Entirely fair. They're, as usual, they never aim for the enemies, but 30 seconds. We can do that.
Alright, there we
easy.
go. So there's the gem. The crystal that we're coming up to now is...
Hit or miss.
Yeah, it's pretty hit or miss.
Very hit or miss. It seems to be if you're on the perimeter it can't reach you very easily, but sometimes it can. But we'll get through it.
3, 2, 1, go!
So there's going to be a little torpedo thing. So as long as we're vaguely in the corners
Oh,
of the map,
he
we're
hit me.
fine.
And I appear to
whereas-
have died.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if I can salvage this.
Thank you, submarine. Oh, the submarine can hit them. Nice. One more shot on Coco. Oh! That was unfortunate.
If I'd fired that earlier, I wasn't quite sure where she was going to go.
Ah well, it's not an issue. Make sure to stay away from the submarine. But, Rio's mind himself. Oh, I died. I'm doing well here. Easy,
There we
easy.
go. So yeah, mine Coco Late had kind of trapped Brio in place, so he couldn't do much, which was quite funny.
Yeah, I don't seem to take friendly fire.
Brio
into
was
account.
trying to go up to escape the mine Coco had laid, but Coco was in the middle of dying, so he couldn't get past.
So
But
now we're on
then,
to
yeah,
second
yeah.
boss,
Yes,
which is my favourite boss in the whole game.
and I don't like this boss at all.
You don't?
No,
Oh,
I cannot stand this boss.
Polar bear boss.
3,
So
2, 1, go!
Yeah, this is
Actually, what-
Berminator. Shall I explain this because you
Yeah.
can actually concentrate and actually do the bit which involves us winning?
oh, he's gonna aim at you.
So this is Berminator. He has two phases. One where he will spawn a robotic polar bear thing, and then we need to shoot a missile at him. And he'll do that 3 times, increasing the number of polar bears he fires by 1 each time. And he'll also cut out a quarter of the stage.
which gets very annoying when there's only half of it left.
Yeah, when there's only half of the stage left, there's 2 of us and 3 of these dog things running around. It can be quite hectic.
Cool.
So on the second phase, the 2, each one will aim for a different one of us, and on the third phase, 2 will aim for one of us, and the 1 will aim for the other.
I think sometimes they do both aim. That all 3 will aim for one.
Yeah.
It's possible if you hold the stage at a certain angle that sometimes they bounce. Oh, yep, they're all aiming for you. Oh no!
There we go. It's fine. You go.
All right, so there we go.
Cool. Now just fire the
Last
missile, and we're good.
Bang! And that's the second boss down.
You win!
Not a problem at all.
So next up is the third of 4 warp rooms.
Oh no!
And you've realised what level is next.
So the ball level is always the first level in every warp room, and the third ball level, which we're going to do now,
Objectively the worst.
it is the worst level in the whole game. It is entire RNG. There's no, the other ball levels have some sort of skill involved. This one is entirely RNG.
So there's a deflector shield which can spawn in the corners, so that's why we're camping kind of here.
Oh.
Okay, never mind, it spawned in our corner. So it starts off fairly simple, and like, you know, I just have a deflector shield that adjusts the physics. But then Engine appears in the center of the screen and is like, no, we're going to fire all of the balls. So now there's going to be like 50 balls flying about the screen, and it's impossible to actually like control this.
And of
So
course,
we
as
just
the time
kind of-
progresses, more balls will appear naturally, and then engine comes along, and there's the reflectors coming in. It is chaos.
Yeah.
But at least the music's good.
At least the music is good. Literally the only saving grace here.
The one thing about engine is that the balls he fires will always. It's a bit like a pentagon. It's a just under 90-degree angle they'll appear at, so you can kind of tell where they're going to come. But with that much else going on, it often gets very difficult to follow it.
Also, the shields won't spawn during the engine phase, but one will spawn immediately after.
Yes, finally. Got it. I'll try not to push into you.
We do aim to kind of like camp at the corners, so Andrew will camp bottom left and I'll camp top right to try and make sure that the AIs don't get the shields, because then it becomes incredibly hard to score against them.
Especially in a phase like this where one of them's dead. Oh, great! That went really well.
Dude, don't jinx it, man.
I just said it
Every
went well.
time we say that in practice, we fail like 5 times.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
corner. Okay, never mind, it wasn't theirs.
Oh well. Good start. Nope, sorry. Oops. Oh no.
Yeah, so I wasn't quite camping the corner there, so Coco managed to get the shield before I did. So now the balls will be physicking in a weird direction. Being affected by physics in a weird direction.
Repulsed.
Repulsed. That is a good word, which is not in my vocabulary.
It is now. Life lessons from a Crash Bash speedrun. Add repulsed to your vocabulary. Second definition of repulse also meaning disgust. The more you know.
Corner.
Shite. Got it. We're good. Oh, it faded off just as he came in.
Yeah, so if there's a shield on screen like that's not been picked up yet and engine spawns, it will despawn instantly.
You can have that.
Thank you.
Oh dear. Oh, an engine himself also acts as a physical barrier, and balls will... This is why this stage is the worst. We're good.
There we go. Woo! One more?
One more.
Monk ass, boys. Monk ass. Corner good.
In the corner.
Got it.
Bang. Oh yeah, I forget we can talk. Koala Kong has a really horrible laugh.
Not wrong. Oh, sorry.
Oh no. No. I despise this level so much. Oh!
That was very
Bugger.
close. So yeah,
Oh well.
3, 2,
corner.
It's,
Oh.
right, you get it. Yeah, this level's just entirely... Sometimes the balls favour you, sometimes the balls don't like you at all. The balls giveth and the balls taketh away. Ooh.
I get it. Okay, good.
Ooh. No, I've actually done quite well at not screaming so far.
You know, he's not wrong. That's maybe the worst bit.
I'm quite proud of myself about it. I'm not even like that's genuinely serious. Bounce right off into my own goal. Oh. Mine now,
Get it?
sorry. Yeah. Yes, got it again. Lovely.
Sorry.
That's quite alright. Right, Brio's out. Make or break. Squeaky bum time.
Oh, one more. Done.
Oh no!
Oh,
yes!
yes.
Yes! First time for that. Jesus Christ.
We only
Wow.
lost one round of that. That is really good.
I think in practice last night we lost 2 full games. Not even
Yeah.
rounds. We lost 2 full games trying to do that. So
We were in a good pace.
this is going well. He says, jinxing it yet again.
Melt Panic.
Thank you.
Melt Panic is very similar to the last one we played, except this time the Evil Mask is going to be flying around instead of an item dispenser.
And he'll be melting the ice that we're on with our polar bears.
So he'll either melt ice, or he can also give a debuff, which encases the opponent in a snowball, which is basically freezing them.
He can also freeze them.
He can also freeze them. There isn't much difference between the two. Like the ice, like the snowball, you have a bit of control still,
Yeah.
but not much.
If he melts the ice when you're trying to get back on, if you've been hit to the edge, you're also dead instantly. Smells really good.
Oh yeah, that pizza sounds delicious. Just saying.
Oh, careful. Oh, and that's what happens
So
when
yeah,
Uku
so
gets
I am
you.
currently a snowball.
I think we got distracted by pizza.
I think we have.
Ah,
Been
well.
sabotaged.
Not an issue. Just, oh. Fantastic.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
Yep, that's her frozen. So if you're frozen,
Didn't
You
need,
can't
didn't need
recover
me.
at all.
You didn't need me there. We're good.
2-1. Let's make that a nice.
And we get the gem and the crystal here.
Everything here. Which can be very hit or miss, because
Snowball.
whoever Uka targets first is random.
Oh, get it.
Oh dear. Do you ever recover? Or is that you?
That is- oh,
oh
yes,
no,
I
it
do.
turns out you do. Oh, right, Uka can also give you the weight, so do you want to just...
Yeah, just
yeah,
let's
we'll
just wait
we'll
this
just let
out.
him. Because we win if he does this, so yeah. So when the timer runs out on the weight, you get squashed. And that's a win. Swimmingly.
So yeah, next up is the gem. Same as last time.
Same
it's
thing,
just
last time.
yeah, same thing last time.
Jeez, we're only an hour in.
We're doing good.
We're doing very good.
By our standards, we're doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
20 seconds. I
So
thought
yeah.
it was more than 20.
A
Oh, go on,
lot of
Uka,
this
get him,
comes
Uka,
down
Uka.
to RNG
Oh!
and hoping that we get good RNG on Uka being an asshole to the
Oh.
enemies.
Come on.
Well, let's see if we can get this.
Oh
Tiny
no.
Bandicoot.
Oh.
Almost.
Oh well, it's only 20 seconds. In any other game, that would be. How did she
So yeah,
recover from that?
Ice does not last as long as the snowball.
I didn't know that. Normally we manage to push them off sooner. Get off. Yes!
I think we both had very different
Yeah.
ideas of where that snowball should have gone, and I'm glad the game decided on one of them as opposed to not just taking like the sum of that and not pushing her quite far enough.
Ah, lovely. So onto the crystal.
Yep.
Which
the
is-
crystal is one of the harder levels we do full stop. So the gimmick of this crystal is that it's the same as before, but we can't recover.
If we get knocked to the edge, we just fall off immediately. There's no flail in your arms to try and save yourself. So. Oh! Nice. Sorry, I got very excited there. Oh no! Oh,
Almost.
Close. Close. We can keep trying.
Oh. Just instinctively trying to recover.
Ah well. Right. One more time. No! We either get this one right away or it drags on like this.
Yeah. Hopefully we get good RNG and the Masks decides to give a debuff to the opponents.
All that
but-
happens.
oh, yeah, of course he doesn't the one time when we're just about to lose.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
well.
the Mask doesn't have a nose. He should have a nose.
Yeah.
We're not quite sure why he doesn't have a nose, but he doesn't.
She's frozen, get her.
Pushed, but it didn't
Got her.
Got it.
She's
Cool.
gone.
Now we just need to deal with Brio.
Oh no!
So we kind of pushed there.
Nice,
There we
good
go.
job. Crystal.
Crystal get.
So, next, oh. Is Snow Bash worse than Drain Bash? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
say Snowman. Yeah. No,
Worst bash level
yeah,
coming up next
Warp
then.
3 is
Oh,
one
no,
of
it's
the
El
worst
Pogo
warps
Loco.
in this game.
It's Pogo Loco.
El
first.
Pogo Logo still sucks.
Actually, it's the worst Pogo game.
Yeah, this is also the worst. Yeah. Warp 3 has just like the worst levels in this game. Like Warp 4 is harder sometimes.
The levels are actually
but
fun at least.
The levels are more fun, and sometimes the levels in Warp 3 are just bad to the point of Warp 4 is actually easier. Like I would argue that the Warp 4 like Pong level is
Oh God,
way
definitely.
easier than the one in Warp 3, just because there's less like stuff to put up with.
So, the boxes are back in this one, but the gimmick is that Ripperoo is hopping around laying explosives like he does. But also, if you make a square like you did in the last one, it fills in. And also, there's missiles, and also, there's just too much going on.
Yeah, it's a bit chaotic.
Yeah,
Even for a party game, it's a bit absurd.
and if you get hit by any of the
You wanna get that?
explosions from Ripperoo, you get stunned for a while.
Yeah, so this will be another like 3 minutes after this.
It
Where
should be
we're
okay.
just trying to
We never do bad in the Pogo ones.
yeah.
They're more just tedious than anything.
We don't do a gem or crystal here.
No, we don't. I've got my little list written down. I should have it memorised, but I'm not for safety, sorry.
It's pretty close. We want to make sure we get this.
Actually, oh no, Brio's only on 56.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, Brio's only at 56. We're good.
One more box. Oh, just at
Nice.
the last second.
Team 1 wins. Three, two, one, go.
There's also, I don't think we've actually seen it yet, but there's also in this level a power-up very rarely appears that will put down a big cross pattern of your colour.
Yeah.
I don't think that's spawned yet.
It spawned once and Coco got it.
Oh, did she? I didn't see that.
It was last round, so. There it is.
Oh, yep. Speak of the devil.
Maybe the top one. There we go, got it.
No, Brio got that.
There we got that. Brio's got shoes, that's why he's getting so much.
We're still winning. Landslide. Again, there's not really much to actually say about this one. There's no.
Yeah, there's no strategies or anything that we haven't already talked about.
It's just get the boxes
Just-
before they do, and avoid the explosions
Yeah.
in this one.
A lot of it, what it also becomes in the later games is that you also sometimes just want to be making sure you just collect boxes, even if it's not too much score you're getting, simply to deny the enemies the boxes, and also making sure that if you're taking a route to somewhere, like aiming to also paint over your opponent's tiles. Because the later we get in this game, the closer the scores will be. Usually we will still be ahead, because casually these levels are still pretty easy, but it's nice to have that gap as much as possible, because once again, these levels take a minute and a half each, so of course we don't want to be failing any.
It's like 5 tries at the gems for the last stage,
Yeah.
just from losing it points.
Yeah, you got stun locked there, so I got shot by a missile and then TNT exploded around me, which is a bit unfortunate there. I'm lagging a bit behind, but should be good.
You're still further ahead than Brio.
Not wrong. And Coco's further behind than that. So yeah,
This
we're good.
one is in the bag. We have won.
We have won pretty
By
significantly.
quite a mile. And is that Pogo Loco done?
That is Pogo Loco done, I believe. No
Fantastic.
crystals, no gems.
No. Everything in Snow Bash.
Everything in Snow Bash. Oh boy, Snow Bash is an adventure. Wait, we do the gem in Snow Bash?
We do.
Oh, I forgot about the gem in Snow Bash.
Not the gem in Drain Bash.
Yeah, at least it's not the Drain Bash gem. So, ice physics. Oh boy.
In a party game.
Ice physics in a party game. Oh boy.
Same as before, pick the bricks up,
Yeah.
throw them at them, except this time there's a penguin in the middle, and if you hit the penguin it'll wake up and beat the shit out of everyone. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good summary.
I don't know if it's Penta Penguin or not.
That is unconfirmed. Do not believe anyone's lies.
That's why I said I don't know. I'm believing it is, but it's not canon.
There we go.
Sniped.
Team 1 wins.
The gem on this can be tricky because of the ice physics.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the gem's tricky for two reasons. One, RNG for box spawns, because we need relatively good box spawns to get the gem. And also, the ice is just inconvenient.
the
You
penguin can make or break it as well.
Yeah. Generally, we try to minimize the impact of the ice by jumping. When you're in the air, you're not affected by the ice, of course. So, by jumping everywhere, it's a lot more consistent.
I'm dead.
That's fine.
Didn't want that to happen. It's not on my list of things to do today. The AI also have a tendency to love waking the penguin up. I'm not sure why.
There we go.
Good kick.
Solid kick with these tiny legs.
Is that where he gets his name from?
3, 2,
I don't know.
go.
Oh, what the hell
What did
happened
Coco
there?
do there? So there was an infamous time that our game crashed when leaving this level once. And I remember, because I sent the clip to the Crash community, and just like, hey guys, do you know what happened here? Because I'd like to not encounter this crash again. And the response I was just given was, that's what you get for playing Bash.
I mean,
So-
they're not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bash is very much play with the hand you've been dealt.
right, Rio.
Dude, she did it again!
Did she? Thank you, Penguin.
Thank you, Penguin. Dude, we had no health there.
Penguin %.
Oh, there's the three things. So now we go get the gem, which is
Tedious.
very tedious, and bless RNG lads.
The crystal's easier. The crystal's the exact same thing, except you slip around even more, which isn't too big of a deal.
Not wrong.
3, 2, 1, go.
just need to go relatively optimally for it to be useful. I don't think we're quite getting it.
No, I don't think we are.
Yeah, we haven't
Brio's
got
got
this.
too
Brio's
much
got
health.
way too much health to deal in the last bit.
Unless he walks into the nitro? No.
Coco keeps doing that.
What, the
Yeah.
dash?
It's crazy.
Bad box starts. I don't think we're going to get it this time either.
Yeah. Oh, I'm dead.
Time's running out anyway. Not an issue.
3, 2, 1, go!
Brio's almost down. Coco.
One.
No!
Oh! Bugger.
3, 2, 1.
Get it.
Oh! I chucked it over his head. How?
3, 2,
Big arms.
Big arms.
go!
It's the only solution.
Oh, shite,
thanks.
sorry. So it's the big arms.
For you.
Oh no, no. This is not the appropriate time for Bane. I just blew myself up. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right, we got this.
And before we spend 20 minutes on this. No, no taunting. Oh, no, I was
He's
talking
about
to
the
Brio.
AI.
I apologise very
Also,
much.
Paul, no taunting.
Is this the time?
Don't say that.
Penguin! Penguin, you shite! Oh.
You grab that TNT and I'll grab the one above.
Right.
Oh, I missed mine.
If I say that, does that mean it'll go well next time? Like the opposite of...
Time up. 3, 2, 1, go!
As you can tell, this was why I was audibly disappointed when I was reminded we were doing this level.
I'm dead.
Okay.
Oh dear.
I'm just gonna jump into an action.
We can't even do that, right?
3, 2, 1.
Horrific bonk spawns again. Light just got blown up by like 3 TNTs there.
It's just 5 seconds more.
Yeah, this level's, like I said, it's unfortunately a really tight time limit. So you basically need to play perfectly to actually get it.
I don't think the fact that health respawns appear would make it any easier.
Oh, almost. There are no boxes near you there.
Rush instead.
No, we're not gonna do. So we do this as opposed to a different bash gem, which is later on, which is like this but significantly worse.
Because the boxes do less damage in
Yeah.
that level. Because there's special weapons which...
Oh, I was hoping that would hit her.
Oh!
Almost.
So close.
Yeah, I was hoping the nitro explosion radius would hit her. Penguin incorporate.
Oh! Well.
3, 2, 1, go.
Have we ever done this bad before?
Nah, Snowbash usually goes this bad. It's like we either get Snowbash like first try or it takes a while. But I mean that's what the estimate accounts for. Is sometimes
This whole thing's gonna
they-
take us to 3 hours. We'll hit 3 hours and we'll still be here.
We'll be good. Just bring it down. Go, go.
Explode the thought! He's still alive!
Oh wait, what? Oh.
Oh!
Oh, that was close.
This is what I'm stressed.
Get the TNTs.
The floats.
I hate this game!
I was ready for last
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna do it this time.
Rio's got too much health. Again, where did he get it all back so quickly?
The Wumpa Fruit did.
Aye, but they never seem to spawn in that big close to there.
3, 2, 1, go.
Well. Like I said, this game is the most adrenaline I ever have in my system at any one time. Right now, I am pounding. My heart, that is. No. The other part will come later on afterwards.
That's when all the screaming and the yelling starts.
Hey. We risk this. Oh, no. I'm risking it.
Risk it.
Come
Risk
here,
it, risk it
Brio.
for the biscuit.
Yes! Run!
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 The weight!
Oh!
Oh! Oh!
The clutchness.
Harder than any boss in the game. Right.
Well, now that's over. It's basically kind
Crystal.
of it's basically plain sailing from here on out. To be honest, there's not actually too much between us and the end of the game now. Like, there's a lot like time-wise, but like difficulty-wise, I think that's like the last spike. So this is like the same thing again, but you know we've got the
Extra
usual
slippy.
time limit, except it's super slippy. Except the opponents don't get the extra slippiness, of course, because why would they? Once again, we can actually just jump to navigate this a little bit easier.
You don't jump. Struggling. You also can't jump when you've got a crate in your hand, which is a challenge. I'm gonna run away because I'm ready to drop dead. You may be better, Ad. Oh no!
You held onto a TNT.
Got him. Come here. Come here, please. I'm not gonna get taunted at by Coco.
Okay, Embryo's almost out.
We risk the weight. Oh, penguin killed it. Never mind.
Penguin's out. No penguin. Brio's out. Need to deal with Coco.
One more.
One more.
Another one. Oh, kicker.
There we go.
That's good.
Coco's out.
And we never have to
Crystal
look at that horrible level again.
Never, yeah,
I
no
think
more
that genuinely
Sobash.
took us about 10 minutes, you know.
Quite possibly.
Ah, well.
So next up is the Metal Fox.
Metal Fox? Yeah, Metal Fox. So this is like the tank one last time. I thought it was underwater.
I
Michael
don't
doesn't
think
think
it's
so.
underwater. I think it's in like some city thing, like some ruined city.
But the gimmick on this one is that the walls will change shape halfway through. And there's also little bombs we can pick up, which are fun. In addition to
Yeah,
mines.
so the bombs are a lot more of a ranged attack, where it's like more instant than our shots are.
But you only get a limited number of shots of them. Or she can just blow herself up with a mine.
So yeah, we just need to do this 3 times, and that's all we need for the
Yeah, we need
cup.
the gem
And
the
then we
crystal.
also get the gem and the crystal here. So you can abuse the AI in these levels slightly by just running into them constantly. They don't really move, some because they'll try to move towards you and of course fail. Oh, Coco's got 1 hit left, but she's still alive, and I'm dead. Just a heads up.
It's okay.
There we go.
No one survives the pot patrol.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, there we go. They just took a lot of damage because one of them put down a mine.
I'm on my way. He killed himself there.
Rest in peace, Brio.
Rest in what?
Rest in peace, Brio.
Oh, I thought you said burrito.
No, why would
No.
I say burrito?
I don't know. That's why I was confused. Right, gem.
Yeah, next up is the gem.
Same thing, but
Yeah,
fast.
same thing, but time limit.
And then the crystal's bad, but it's not as bad as other ones, I guess.
3, 2, 1, go!
Coco juked me there. I thought she was gonna let the mine hit her, but she did not.
Right, martyrdom on its way. Okay, never mind, nowhere, watch out!
Okay, just Coco to go.
Ooh, one more hit, one more hit. Nice.
Diddle
First
heads.
try. Making up for lost time now.
So next up is the crystal. The gimmick of the crystal is...
Mines fall from the sky if you start
Yo,
moving,
yes.
and they're extremely powerful. And they will probably one-shot
Yeah.
us if they hit
So
us.
our aim is to keep moving back and forth as much as we can. Unfortunately, that means we can't really abuse the AI as much as we usually do to lock them into place.
We do get the
However-
full time. Yeah.
However, because the mines are falling, we don't want to be caught by them. The mines do insta-kill, which is inconvenient. Although it's not like the mushrooms where it's a mini game, like it just ends the mini game. This one is more along the lines of just the player dies, like that. Yeah, sorry, I just kind of died.
That's okay. Oh, it appears as well they land if you take damage, and that makes you stop still.
Yeah, so if you stop for any reason, watch out, Mike, I might stop.
Oh!
I wasn't sure if you noticed that
I
or not.
haven't noticed that, no. Keep my eyes peeled. Missed as well. One downside to using Tiny and Koala Kong in this is that if you miss, their shots take quite a while to regenerate. It bounces around for too long. Oh, did that hit them? Nice.
Okay, we should be just about good.
Coco should be down.
Oh, my shot like just missed and went down an alleyway. There we go.
Wonderful. Right, so that's
Next up
Metal
is
Fox done.
Dot Dash.
Mm-hmm. This is the first of another new category, racing ones, but it's not as exciting as it sounds.
Yeah,
You just go in a little circle.
he isn't wrong. So, it's just a very small circular track, and there's missiles that we can fire at each other, and there's one fruit that allows us to boost, and that's the minigame. So we essentially need to decrease our lap counter that's below our player icons down from 10. And there's not too much to this.
Not yet.
So, of course, you can use the boosts and such to ram players off near the bottom, and the missiles will, of course, cause your opponents to go flying. Of course,
Like that.
doing a lot of that stuff takes time, so we usually only pick up the stuff that's kind of in our road anyway. Just trying to get through this as much as we can.
We've got like a full time for boost.
Yep, I'm gonna use the boost.
And one more on that. Nearly hit
There we
myself
go.
with a missile. That would have been fun.
So that's 1 of 3, so we just need to do this twice more, and then we'll have the cup for Dot Dash.
3, 2, 1, go.
And then this is the final level of Warp 3. After this is going to be the boss.
And again, this is yet another level where it's a bit dull, but you know, the music's good.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much the tagline of this game at this point. The music's good.
Yeah, the music's
It's definitely a lot of fun though, and if you've not played it before, it's definitely worth giving it a try.
worth playing it with 2 people.
Oh god, yeah, never.
And 2 people who are willing to put up with a lot of crap.
I've got a multitask.
I'm not sure why. You're gonna play it like this with one page.
Yeah.
I don't think you can play this game if you don't have a lot of patience.
Well, you know. Only one small.
Bang.
Team 1,
See if you come on. Wait, why can't I see him on? We'll give you this.
We just need to focus on minimizing our lap times and just get by this as fast as possible. An interesting thing mechanic we've accidentally encountered right now is the fact that both of us have missiles and no missiles are spawning. This will become relevant into the crystal. So basically in these levels there's a limit of how many missiles can be in play at once, which is 2. However, if we just both pick up a missile and don't fire said missile, no more missiles will spawn. Which means we don't need to worry about the enemy shooting missiles at us, which is really convenient. The only way this could kind of get screwed up is if one of the opponents rams us off the edge, causing you to drop your item.
Or if we accidentally fire it.
Or if we accidentally fire it, but that's not much of a concern.
Don't know about you.
Shouldn't be much of a concern. Right, here's the gem, same idea, we just need to go fast.
Also, in the gem for the racing ones, the enemies have fewer laps to complete, and we also have less time.
Yeah. Although luckily the enemies are a bit fixated on doing various other stuff usually, like falling off the stage and picking up items. So you don't need to worry about the AI too much. They lag behind naturally.
Until that happens. Rio's looking a bit concerning, not gonna lie.
Yeah, Rio's going fast. Never mind, he fell off.
Why does that... Well, you've got it, so I'll let you take the inside lane.
Should we deal with Rio? He's kind of about to finish. Never mind, he fell off.
Stun his last lap.
Yeah.
And we've got 8 seconds left, lad.
Go, 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 go. Almost. Not quite. Rio just beat us out there.
2, 1, go.
You got this. Yeah, if you front run this, we should be good. I'll hold back and try to deal with the enemies.
Don't ram me, please. That's not on the highway code. Alright, so Coco's a little bit ahead, but... Oh, she's fallen off, so... Nice. Easy from here on out.
Yep, and you got this.
Grand! Gem. Yes.
Gem get. And next up is the crystal. And the aim of the crystal is that you can't be hit by a missile, otherwise the minigame ends.
It's like
So-
the mushrooms in the first Pogo one. It just
Yeah.
is an instant loss if you get hit by a missile.
So our aim will be whoever just gets the lead and picks up the first missile will probably just front run for a bit. The other person will hang around and not try to complete the race, but just try to get the next missile before the opponents do, so that we can occupy all the missiles.
And then that way they can't pick any up.
There's one
They can't fire
spawned.
at
You
ours.
wanna get that?
Yeah. Got it. Oh.
I turned around a bit much.
Coco's got it. Oh. No, Rio's got it.
So now we kind of need to wait for Brio to fire, I guess. Or to
What
bait him
the
up.
hell happened
Brio never turns around like that.
there? Well, I've dropped my missile.
Oh, there's a missile spawn on the left.
I'm going for it. I've got it.
Okay, good.
Right,
We're
we've
good
got
at
the
missiles.
missiles.
So now we just need to focus on winning the race. Which I should probably be front running here. Just have
Yeah,
something
I'll
ahead
get
for
out
you.
of the way. You've got it.
Can you deal with Brio? Never mind. Brio is
I
having
don't know.
Brio is having his adventures.
Just having a moment. One more lap. And that should be... Oh no!
Oh, there we go.
Crystal get!
Okay,
Yes,
crystal
whoa,
get.
Jeez.
So that's the end of work
Yeah.
3. We just need to do
On to
the
the boss.
Big Bad Fox.
Mm. It's not a fox.
It's not a fox.
Which is disappointing, but... I wonder how much this game actually is load screens, you know.
More than you'd hope.
So,
So the two bosses here are Komodo Mo and Komodo Joe, and we're in tanks.
and they are going to have a gigantic... I don't even know what it properly is. It's a... Is it a mech as such?
It's kind of a mech.
It's got a big
it's
armored
base.
base, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. So we've got to smash their
Yeah.
turrets.
So we're gonna lay a missile down. Sorry, a thingy down there, which should explode 2 around it.
All goes to plan.
I missed the one on the right. Should be good. There we go.
Oh, I'm dead. No. Oh, bugger, that's ruined it.
That's fine. Easier death abuse, I guess.
Yeah. Careful with the missiles.
There we go.
So now the
And
base
I'm
is
just gonna
down.
Explode myself.
We suicide, and then we can restart with full health at the
Yeah.
actual boss
And
fights.
the enemies are easier as well.
Every time you die on a boss, the stage gets a bit easier.
So there we go. And
So
now
now-
that they've done the death abuse, we're going to start off against the Komodo Bros.
With full health.
And now we just need to defeat them.
We also get cool rockets, which we don't get at any other point in the game, I don't think.
You can get in the next tank level,
Oh,
but they're
yeah,
rare.
it's the power up there, isn't it? Should know that. Komodo brothers also have the wrong health bars, which I like to point out. When you hit the big one, the little one's health bar goes down instead, and vice versa. And that's Warp Room 3 done. No problems.
Yeah, just a few more levels to go. So next to the Skyballs, Skyballs is
The last ball
yeah,
level,
It's the last ball
finally.
level, and this one's actually a lot more fun than Endballism. It's the AI is harder, but at the same time, it's an easier stage, if that makes sense.
The gimmick here is that we're flying on this weird UFO thing, and every now and then one of the 4 engines in the corners will cut out, so the stage will tilt, so like that, so it'll tilt towards this side.
And we're also in a bit more of an arc movement before. I suppose we were just moving like straight up and straight down and straight left and straight right? But now we are in a kind of a curve, which makes aiming interesting.
But aside from that, there's no other gimmicks. There's not too much going on like there is in the last version of this. It actually feels sort of manageable. Oh, thank you.
The only thing that makes this minigame feel a lot longer is because you have an absurd amount of health for this level. I think everyone has like 20, so it just takes a long time to deplete everyone's health.
Because we're in the last warp room, the AI get better at defending as well.
You say that, but sometimes the enemies
Well,
just decide to
yeah.
not defend, and it's quite funny. Well, they'll let in like 5 balls at once. Oh, sorry. Something I never quite explained is we have the kick for the cart things. However, if you miss the kick and don't actually hit a ball with it, you need to wait some time for it to recharge. However, if you do hit a ball with it, it recharges almost instantly.
I'm pretty sure it is instant, actually.
Well, I mean, you can't just like spam it like instant, like keep doing it. But
Oh, round 1 done.
there's like a second where you need to wait. But yeah, it's almost instant.
3, 2,
We're doing pretty good in time.
Actually not doing too bad at all. Oh.
So just one more round of this to go. And then we're good for all the ball levels.
I just really wish the balls there was more to talk about in them.
Yeah,
The Why do I keep doing things like that? It's not as funny, but pinball's more fun. Actually, pinball version of this is pretty nice, like a proper pinball machine. Then after this, it all goes uphill. Yes.
yeah, Switch, Xbox One, and Steam on July 10th. It's cool. Okay, it's really cool, but okay, so there was a bunch of petitions when that got announced of people who were just like, you know, just wanting Crash to keep being exclusive and to get them to cancel the multi-platform. Now, I was sent some of these articles as a joke, and I found it really funny. And you know, that was a total Change.org position. I'm like, haha, you know, this is funny. And Change.org decided to auto-sign it and auto-share it to my Facebook. And I'm just like, no. I only found out about 5 hours later when I had a few comments on it saying, Michael, what are you posting?
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes!
Oh! I saw that came up.
And I deleted it as soon as I realized that it had been posted.
I saw you shared a petition, but I
Yeah.
didn't realize.
No,
right.
it was auto-signed and auto-shared. Reminder to turn off permissions on Facebook, folks.
Too many. Just
Only one needs to go in
take
the
the
ball.
balls, Coco. Take my balls. Oh no!
It's horrible in context, dude. Horrible in context.
Well, I've just killed about 2 or 3 minutes there. Oops.
That's fine. We can do this.
I do not do good with clutch.
That would imply you're not that good.
I really hope everyone else can hear you on the mic, you know. I'm giving myself a headache from this. That really isn't a good thing. Oh. Oh dear. Oh. Dare I say this is going well?
I mean, I know we're winning, but shut up. There we go.
That went well.
Now you can say we don't more.
Okay, and now no more balls. Ever again.
Right, so that was Skyballs. Next up is the
Manic Panic.
final Polar Bear level, Manic Panic. This one's not that interesting.
Put that there. Obscure magic. The only gimmick in this one is that there is a bomb. You can bomb other people.
And it's a square platform as well. But yeah, you explain the bomb more.
So yes, every now and then there'll be a bomb will spawn. Oh, I've just picked it up. So
Sorry.
and you've just killed me. Thank you. But if you throw the bomb at them and miss, if you hit them with it, you knock their polar bear off, so they're left skating around on their feet.
And if you hit them again once they're skating, then they are just defeated.
They blow up. A nice puff of smoke. But aside from that, it's just another polar bear level. Oh! Wow! I got a bit carried away there. I'll have that. So, yeah, so Bomb Brio, and now he's got no polar bear. And I think that means he can't, if we hit him to the edge, he can't recover.
I believe so, yes.
And I miss. We're both missing quite a lot. Bomb! No. Oh, for God's sake. Jesus Christ.
Got him. He's got lightning.
Oh, no! Ah! Oh, dear me. Right, where's the bomb? I'm bombing him. I miss. I. Oh, you got him?
No. You.
I don't know what's going on this level. He's more powerful now, I hope you realise. Careful, he's gonna bomb you. Oh, and he missed.
He's too small, I can't aim at him.
Oh dear.
Oh!
Get lost! There we
There we go.
Jesus.
Finished. Okay, what is next? The
Gem?
Gem and crystal? Or just gem?
Just gem.
Okay, good, just gem.
Whoo! What? I don't get that one.
Well, he was more fun. Oh, he popped him up. At this point, my job practically just got I'm just jumping out the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. Should I just suicide?
No, just keep.
I don't think I can win this.
Yes, you can.
Big ass go.
Don't believe in you. Believe in the me that believes in you.
Pardon me. Off you go.
Be gone.
Be gone, thoughts! Sorry, I got excited.
I can tell.
I really hope the neighbours can't hear this.
Big ol' off.
They might think I'm genuinely troubled.
Oh, guys.
No comment. You know what, I think I'm just gonna, yeah.
Wow.
Just gonna peace out.
This is another one that is very hit or miss, I feel. Not quite,
More often hit than miss.
not
but-
quite Snow Bash.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mash enough to recover.
But, right.
Are you wrecked? I mean, I'm on
Horrific.
your team, but you know.
Horrific. It was all going according to plan. I had the bomb, she had the weight.
Okay.
You got shagged. I got shagged. Be gone? Oh no. Oh.
I'm just gonna fall off. I don't think I have any chance of beating them in like 7 seconds.
Ah. I love that. Pogo's lost his panda. Polar bear.
Panda!
Shut up.
Panda!
Absolutely. Well, guys, I'm going to step in as an auxiliary host because we have to make sure that we want you guys to decipher for us.
Yes.
Is there a reason why a lot of FM runners also run Crash Bash?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, I assume, is what they're referring to. It is the same caliber of game. No, well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories is kind of... I don't know if I'd even ever do Forbidden... Like, I even like Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm not sure if I'd ever do Forbidden Memories. Have you seen Forbidden
I
Memories?
haven't. I'm assuming it's bad.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's a fun game. It's a fun game. The speedrun is atrocious, though.
What's wrong with the speedrun?
Because you need to. There's some cards you need to get from opponents which only have like a 1 in like 20 drop rate. So you need to play them like constantly, and you need to get that drop.
Yes! Clutch at its finest.
I mean, I'll take those. We take those, right?
I imagine the same kind of people that would enjoy to play to
Yeah.
speedrun something like that, you would probably enjoy the soul-crushing agony of Crash Bash.
Not wrong.
Right,
Who said that, by the way? Yeah.
Corvallis 11.
Okay, no, I'm not sure if that's a name I recognize.
Pogo Padlock. The last Pogo game, which I'd say this is the best Pogo
It's the
game.
best music.
Yeah. Oh,
There's various fantastic remixes of these. My favorite is the one where this is mashed up with Ice Cube's "It's Gonna Be a Good Day."
that is fantastic. It really is.
There's also the one you found, which was it being mashed up with the Prince of Bel Air.
I need to find that, and if we have time at the end, I'm tempted to play it.
But yeah,
If we have time at the end, I'm not going to make us go over for it.
so this is Pogo Padlock. The gimmick of this level is that you can't stand on a square of your own color, otherwise it erases all of your progress.
And there's
So-
also the padlock item, which allows you to stand on your own colour.
Furthermore, shooting a missile in this game will cause all of the person you shoot's colored squares to turn into your color. So landing some good missile shots can be really beneficial here, more so than just the stun.
So now I've got the padlock, so you can see there's like rivets around my paint. I can step on it, but then it fades. And whoa, sorry, I'm painting over your squares there. But aside from that, it's just normal Pogo. Get the boxes.
Of course, the AI is at its hardest difficulty that we'll see in the run at this point. So this one is actually, the other ones are kind of free, whereas this one is one you need to probably try for. And it's pretty close, but I think we've got it.
Yeah, we've got it.
That was close. Yeah. But
Been
yeah, we got it.
closer. Also, we noticed yesterday as well how terrible that Crash Paint logo is on the side of the
Oh
bar.
yeah, that Crash Paint logo on the left.
Even for a
is-
PS1 game, that is astoundingly bad.
Can we get things along the bottom?
Oh, Brio's still not got any points, but he has got a lot.
Oh,
He stepped
bollocks.
on it, so I'll go for that one. Or do you want it?
No, get it. I'll get the one down here.
Oh no!
Nope, I didn't.
I didn't get that one either. Oh dear. Well. Oh dear. Oh bloody hell! Go Michael.
33
33.
boys.
Whew. Easy
That's
game, am
what
I
we
right?
call a combo. You get that?
I'll get that
I'll
one
get
there.
the one left.
Yeah. I think we have this one in the bag, unless they come out of nowhere and get an amazing one.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, yeah, that round went really well.
Grand. That's what we want.
Just the final round of Pogo Padlock, and there's no Jammer Crystal we need to do here.
No. this is just extras on 3 levels.
What was the last level? Oh, it was the push one, yeah. Oh, and yeah, it was the jam we struggled with.
Oh shit, I'm sorry! I stole all yours.
That's fine, it's a team
It's
game.
team, yeah. I still didn't mean to do it. Box would be nice right about now. Oi.
Oh, crap.
Oh, box, lovely.
Great to have a box. I'm really limiting where I can move right now.
Paint on mine.
I'm doing it.
Oh, I wasted paint.
Oh.
We're actually losing this one.
Hold up, let me find a box. I need a box. No!
You got it.
Oh, it's one spawned under me.
Do you want to go for that one at the bottom?
Indeed. There we go.
We're coming back. Very close, but
So-
get out the way, Bria. Oh, you.
One additional thing that's worth noting is you can only ever have one power up at once. So, for example, you can't have the shoe and the padlock at the same time, which is pretty bad. We don't want Kogo to get a box here.
I'm trying to paint over as much of hers as I can. We've got it at the minute. Yeah, we've got it. Grand. Pogo padlock done.
That seems like it was... Oh no, that was still 30 away. That was good. So yeah, next up after Pogo Padlock is...
Jesus Christ.
He's always watching.
Next up,
Drain Bash. So we used to do Drain Bash Gem. We don't do Drain Bash Gem. We
It
don't
was
do
even
Drain
more
Bash Gem
inconsistent
for
with
many
than the
reasons.
Snow Bash gem.
You're not... Yeah. It's...
And
yeah.
we ended up swapping it out for the Crash Ball gem, which takes longer, but at least we can actually do it.
So this one has mystery crates. Mystery crates can have various power-ups in them and sometimes just one per fruit.
And the regular crates are wooden rather than brick, so they do a lot less damage, which is what makes the gem for this one so difficult. Because if you get bad luck with the items in the boxes, you are unable to win it. Oh, I've got the best one, that's homing blue balls.
Okay, you guys come up with a better name for them.
They're blue balls and they home in on people. What else am I meant to call them? Homing blue spheres.
Friendship ones.
You know what? We're sticking with that. The friendship
I
buddies.
don't think many people will get that.
I don't
I'm
get it
glad
either,
I
but
did.
I like it. I think it's a nice name. It's very, very wholesome, as Tumblr might say. Oh! Oh.
Friendship buddies.
What is the reference, can I ask?
Oh, actually, I think I meant
YouTube buddies.
YouTube buddies or Twitch buddies in our case. I'll show you the reference later.
Oh, he's got whatever the hell they're called now. Balls.
You know, there's so many ways you could have gone with that. Which
just-
would have been
it's
not
just
worse
a
than
word.
that.
Kill him with your balls, Mike.
Bombing shot.
Targeted cyan spears.
I'll stick with that.
Okay, we're 2 rounds in. 1 more to go. And then we'll be
Make sure you get your targeted cyan spears.
homing bombs. We don't need to describe the color of them.
I think it adds to it. Makes it funnier.
Agony attack.
I've forgotten what they're called. He's got them anyway. Spheres.
Twitch buddies.
Yeah, those things. The best weapon. I'll just go with that.
There we go. Okay.
Woohoo, is that Drain Bash
That is
trophy?
Dream Bash trophy obtained. So
crystal.
now it's, yes, the crystal.
I'm going to have to really pay attention to because I always forget about the rule.
How many levels do we have to do left?
Drain Bash, Crystal, Jungle Dash, Jungle Fox, Toxic Dash, and Ring Ding, and Final Boss.
Okay, I'm just keeping an eye on how much time we have.
We could PB. Potentially.
I mean, here's the thing. I know we
Don't kick the
yeah.
crates!
So we can't break the wooden crates by kicking them. It's like the mystery crates by kicking them.
If you do, it's an instant die.
Yeah, I think we PB'd like once, but I didn't end up like submitting it because I forgot to highlight the board.
Wow.
I'm not quite sure what our fastest time on the board is at the moment though.
Oh, I kicked it! I'm sorry.
Ruined. Absolutely ruined. Watch out, we're on the leaderboard twice, so...
Yes, with the name swapped around.
Yeah.
Because
So,
we're
yeah,
idiots.
they don't...
We're idiots
yeah.
and we don't do it
So there was one
consistently.
time when I submitted as player 1, and there was a time he submitted as player 1, and they don't obsolete each other.
Yeah. So it's 3 hours 45, and 2 hours 45.
3 hours 54? Was that our very first
That was
one?
probably our very first one.
Oof.
No, because yeah, that was the only time we played as me as player 1 and you as player 2.
Oh, because I was that bad at the balls.
Yes.
The metal balls. That... Stop sniggering at balls, please. And again, this is another, at least the music's good level.
So there's a cool tech here where we can kind of just throw the boxes at each other because they don't deal any damage to us, the mystery crates.
Only if we kick
And
them.
it allows the opponent, like our ally, to pick up the item from it like immediately.
He wasted that by taunting. What an idiot. I'm dead.
You are not wrong. You most certainly are.
Not on my list of things that I wanted to happen. Oh, get the balls, get the balls. One more ball.
Boom.
Yes! Twitch,
Yes.
please!
Right,
Yeah,
so
that's our... 221 did you say?
245.
We
245.
could do that.
Okay. So there's a few more levels.
I think we did get
which-
230 in the past, but you didn't submit it.
Yeah. So hey, this can be the next one. So Jungle Fox, this is this is reminiscent of the last boss, in which we're not really tied to a grid, as it is just a full 3D thing.
It's another tank
is
level.
pretty cool.
You blow each other up. It's fun.
Oh, I missed my shot there.
Oh, and I did the exact same thing. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Off the rebound. And now stand right next to him and blow him up.
Coco is not cooperating as much as she usually does, although she did shoot herself, which is a plus.
Get her on either side, lad. That wasn't funny! Oh yeah, and after so much time, the little tiki statue in the middle, the
Yeah.
totem pole.
It's
whatever
one
you
of those
wanna
things.
call
It's
it.
like the walrus in one of those early polar bear levels where
It'll
it's
come
a
in
thing,
and mess things around.
but usually we finish the level before it occurs.
Usually.
Usually it's like during the results screen, you end up seeing the tiki masks. Things.
And third round.
Yeah, these mini games are nice and quick.
They're also fun.
You're
Oh,
not wrong, they are fun.
It's a big bonus because with things like Skyball, even though it's better than Endballism, it's still not fun. Most of the game is. Oh, hello, rockets. I love those. Pew!
Okay, there we go, cup obtained. And
Fantastic.
then we get the gem and the crystal?
Just the gem?
Just the gem.
I forget what the crystal is on this level, actually.
I'm not sure. I don't think we've ever done the crystal on this level.
No, don't think so. Right. Gem.
push this back. So, Coco isn't cooperating like she usually does, but she did shoot herself.
Things that maybe shouldn't be heard out of context.
Race Coco.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Smash that.
Coco's down. Oh, she's there. There we go. And Gem Gent.
So
Next to
Toxic Dash.
Toxic Dash, yes, and that's all everything.
Everything in Toxic Dash, then Ring Ding, and then final boss. We could PB. Very much good.
So Ring Ding always takes 5 minutes, assuming we don't lose a round. Or well, 4 minutes 30. So
Assuming we don't lose a round.
yeah, assuming we don't lose a round. Any round we do lose in Ring Ding will cost us 1 minute 30 exactly. So this is the next racing game. Basically the same, except there are hazards in the way.
Every now and then a big slime monster will appear and it'll make smaller slime monsters. And rather than missiles, you've got a little shove thing that does that. As Rio's just done. Thank you, Rio. I think, did you say this is based on like the toxic waste levels in the first one?
Yeah, it might be loosely based off Toxic
Loosely.
Waste in Crash 1, but I mean, it could also be based a little bit on the sewer levels in Crash 2. The inspiration isn't always clear with these levels.
I've turned around, what am I doing? Oh.
Turn around every now and then.
I wish I knew the rest of the words.
I know, I don't.
Because
know either.
that would be good. Shouldn't do that at karaoke sometime.
No.
Please.
Yes. Okay, there's round 1 of Ring Ding. No, Ring Ding.
Toxic Dash.
Toxic Dash.
Close enough.
I'm just getting so hyped for Ring Ding because it's like the worst minigame.
It's fun when it goes well, and apart from that, it's horrific.
Like, it's not a good minigame by any stretch. Sorry, yeah, it's not a good minigame by any stretch.
It's
Like,
very satisfying
it's
when it
not
goes
a
right.
bad minigame, but it's like not. It's not good.
Bloody hell, you're sailing ahead.
That's why I was kind of just looking back.
Oh.
Oh, I was meant to use the repel button there, but that did not work.
We're way in the lead. Doesn't matter.
Okay, on the final lap.
Nice.
Okay, that's 2 out of 3.
2
Or
or
is-
3?
Yes, 2 or 3. Whew.
Where am I? I got lost.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to see yourself behind.
Did I just see it? I don't know what happened there.
Let's win this race. Should we? Maybe not right now.
Is the mic
They-
pillow back?
No, they found the lyrics to this.
Eclipse of the heart.
You can do a rendition if you want, I wouldn't complain. Yeah.
I was thinking of a different song for some reason. I was thinking that the lyrics belonged to a different song entirely. I was very confused. Anyway, it
Were you
doesn't
thinking
matter.
of the Titanic song?
No, I was thinking of something by like Westlife or some crap.
I don't know any Westlife.
Neither do I, but my auntie used to listen to Westlife a bunch.
I'm more of a take that
So I have
kind
like.
of
Okay.
man. Don't laugh, take that's good. Take That is a fantastic English band, British
Sure
band,
thing.
whatever they are, I don't know.
The gem. We need to win the race.
We do. The same deal, they have fewer laps to complete and we have less time, but it's winnable. Hopefully it doesn't go like Dot Dash's one then. Oh, it might go like
Yeah,
Dot
Dot
Dash.
Dash's one went uncharacteristically bad.
I mean, you've already caught up to them. You've already overtaken them.
Sweet.
And I'm not far behind. I don't get stuck on the corner. Ah,
I got
take that back. Neck and neck. I'll get out of the way.
Pretty close to Brio time-wise. Oh wait, never mind. I'm ahead of Brio now.
I've got the pushy thing. Be gone! Oh, I missed. Oh, you're a lap ahead of him anyway. You're fine. No, I'm ahead of him as well. We're both good.
There we go.
Cool. Is that Toxic Dash? No, Crystal as well.
Yep, Crystal as well. And then Ring Ding. Ring Ding, just trophy.
Exciting. For a name like Ring Ding, I can't blame you. It's clearly the most hype thing in the whole game.
How long roughly do you reckon? How many levels do you reckon?
Okay, well, Ring Ding is 5 minutes. And then...
At least.
Like, even bad engine is like 10 minutes. So, like, that's a bad engine as well.
Oxide.
Oh, sorry, outside, not engine. I've got engine on the brain. So, the gimmick of the crystal is that ooze will get in your engine, so if you fall off or run into the ooze monsters, you'll be slowed down temporarily.
And of course, it doesn't affect the enemies.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, this is a huge difference between the PAL and NTSC versions. On the NTSC version, I believe falling off the stage doesn't actually cause your engine to gunk up.
What's the crystal for the American one then?
It's the same thing, but it's just like the ooze monsters will do it.
Oh, right, okay.
Or it's the other way around, in which falling off does, but the ooze monsters do not. Regardless, the NTSC version of this level is significantly easier.
Well, we did it.
Yeah, we still won.
Right, so
Plenty of time. So next
Are-
up is Ring Ding.
are
We'll be
you
hyping
all ready
this up.
for Ring Ding? Jesus Christ.
Okay, Ring Ding.
Ring ding.
So yeah, just doing the trophy here. There's nothing else we actually need to do.
Right, are you ready? This is balloon popping. On a wheel.
So I need to pop the red ones.
I have to pop the yellow
yeah,
ones.
Yep.
And don't let them pop their ones, because that's bad and they get points.
Yeah. So the black ones will cause one of various effects to occur. These effects can include turning all the current balloons on screen to be your color, destroying just a bunch of opposing players' balloons.
Oh, it's like that. That one just turned.
Yep.
Give me that cocoa. Oh, you bitch.
And there's also one which can just like despawn all. There's various ones which despawn. Oh yeah, there's one which will turn the way this the wheel spins. So yes, I'm going to take this time to get some nice scat. Yeah, there's also the boxes that appear. The boxes will give you one of two power-ups, either shoes, which mean you are not affected by the spinning motion of the wheel, or there is
The best
the
power up in the entire
yeah,
game.
the vacuum. The power-up of the
Like the vacuum, it draws.
is that it draws all your balloons closer. It's fantastic to combo it with one of the black balloon power-ups, which turns all the balloons your color, because it's just absurdly broken. However, if the opponent gets a vacuum, it's not the end of the world. We just need to kick them once, and they will lose said vacuum.
But they tend to run away while they have it, which makes it tricky. And I think we've got round one in the bag.
Yep, we're pretty good on balloons.
Cool.
Right, round one done. Round two.
3 more minutes of balloon popping.
3 more minutes of balloons.
How much do you hate this level, Michael?
Yeah.
You know, I've realised, I'm pretty sure I have said I hate more of the levels in this game than I actually have said that I like them.
some positive qualities about this game.
We have a person here in chat called Crasher Basher 1.
I like that. I can get behind that.
That man's devoted.
This game is surprisingly very hard single player.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is not wrong.
Oh yeah, it is.
Being in co-op means you have one less person to deal with, which causes all the mini games to become significantly easier.
And the time challenges that you've got, I'm pretty sure that in single player the times are the same. So
Close enough. The only advantage you have for single player is that all the enemies will try and fight each other.
oh, you've got it. That's okay.
So, it's more of a free-for-all, whereas this is team-based. So it's not all, in single player it's not like 3 against 1, it's 1 against 1 against 1 against 1. But it's still, the AI won't go just for the opponents all the time.
Hoover, come to me, Michael. I think it's...
There we go.
Oh, hello. Oh,
Yeah, we are pretty sorted. I'm at 24.
I'm at 9,
That's like 30 total.
10, 35.
Right, there we go. So just one more round of ring ding to go. And then Oxide.
Oh, I've hit a balloon.
Those are mine? No, those are not mine. We need to kick Coco. There we go. Coco has been successfully kicked.
What an idiot. She just jumped into my balloon.
Well, that's because it was getting absorbed by the vacuum. Yes?
I see the ring in ring ding.
Where's the ding?
But where's the ding in ding? Ring ding.
She's got a Hoover.
Kick her, kick her, kick her. There we go.
You are not.
That box, get that box. They've won.
Oh, no, no. Oh, let's
Hello,
maybe
come on,
make
come
sure
on.
they don't.
Come here, balloons. Oh,
Oh,
that's a minute 30 lost then.
yep.
One unlucky Hoover is all
Yeah.
you need.
One Henry Hoover.
Dude, why does everywhere down here have Henry Hoovers? Like, I don't get it. Are they really so popular down here?
Ours were given by the flag.
I know every flat comes with a Henry Hoover, and I don't get it. I've never been so confused.
If you go down south, there is an event that's being held, I think, in Latitude, which is dedicated to Henry Hoover.
Why do people? They're not even good Hoovers.
Yeah, they're really not. They're shit Hoovers.
Exactly. They're good at starting crap about it.
Well, the,
Oh,
Flower.
I like that.
Sorry, flower.
I shouldn't have perked up as much.
I am legally obliged to say that we are not sponsored by Henry Hoover. Although we wouldn't oppose to the idea.
sponsored by Henry Hoover. We even had a
Why
Facebook
can't we
event
just be
going,
sponsored by
go to the Glasgow Botanic Gardens with your Henry Hoover.
Oh, can we not just be sponsored by Tesco? It'd be easier.
Yeah,
Come on.
explain that after
You're the
last
close cat.
Fair, you do work. Yeah, you did my work from the... Oh, God.
But we're getting the last one up.
Get the wins, get the wins.
Oh,
we go.
in the bag.
Okay, yeah, we got this. We got this. We got this.
Ooh.
Good.
Right. At 2:30 on the dot.
2:30 on the dot.
So
And
now-
we have a point from a newcomer to the stream named Game Breaking Glitch. He says, ring ding,
Dude, UKSG Summer 2018. I will bring both Crazy Frog Racer 1, 2, and GBA.
Yes.
I have all three. I have the trifecta. Okay, final boss. Let's do this, lads.
Final boss.
So this is two phases. The first is this phase
It's
where we need
Oxide
to
from Crash Team
survive.
Racing.
So,
No.
so essentially, we're just trying to avoid being shot as much as possible. We just kind of need to coordinate our efforts to make sure we don't get hit by missiles.
Oh no, this newcomer seems to be regretting their decision. They're saying, what have I done? No! And in regards to the Crazy Frog Racer, I believe.
Oh yeah, no.
Fuck! Stop driving 3 for GTA.
So none of the Crazy Frog games actually have Crazy Frog music in them.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry to suggest. Like literally none of them. The most that has is Crazy Frog. I've never actually played Crazy Frog 2. Crazy Frog 1 has like his standard like the noise he makes as it pans around the courses, like when you're about to start a race.
I'm gonna need
But
an
that's just
example of the
about
noise.
Do I have to?
I'd enjoy it.
It's really high pitched. It's like it's something like that.
Oh shit, you're dead!
Yeah, just don't do the same as me. Don't do the death move.
I'm trying not
Do
to.
the live.
Oh no no
Oh,
no, Mr. Oxide,
okay,
no!
you're good.
No,
You're
no,
good,
no.
You're good.
Yes,
okay,
right.
Phase 2.
Second
so
time's not
we're
bad.
gonna do like 5 death abuses here.
Are you ready? That the final boss is
Dark Mind.
Crash Ball.
Oh my.
The final boss is the fucking ball game. Sorry, pardon my language.
So we're gonna let him kill us 5 times because the dynamic difficulty adjustment thing, it's just faster to die 5 times to him than it is to try and win against him.
And every time you die, he gets a bit easier. So
And once we've done that 5 times, he'll be like really easily doable.
hopefully, the missiles don't. There's missiles come up, and every now and then there'll be a red ball, and if you touch the red ball, you die instantly.
And yeah,
So they can be challenging.
so yeah, once we've done all these, time will be coming up as soon as like the last bit of health drains from Entropy's health bar. Sorry, not
Oh,
Entropy.
red ball.
Oxide.
Yes. Nice.
I don't play Bash enough to actually remember which villain this is.
Right. 2.
2. I'm counting.
So, you have 12 minutes to beat. What could possibly go wrong?
Don't say it.
We don't die enough.
We've had the game crash in random places some points. Let's hope that doesn't happen here.
No other game lets you do that half-minute call.
It is. It is a bit of an anticlimactic final boss, considering it's like the bloody Pong game. Oh, I'll have that. Oh,
Yeah,
Time-
we're fine.
time
We're fine at
wasted.
missiles anyway.
time wasted. I didn't die fast enough.
So much time lost.
There we go. 3.
Ah.
3,
He's not trying very hard, is it?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain. I did 2 missiles. Oh, red ball. I'll have that. Thank you. There's no other game where you actually want to die. Like,
Oh,
one more.
I mean, Crash 2 has game over release.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's a really boring run. Like, well, it's not boring, but it doesn't look like the actual gameplay for Crash. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
More missiles, please. No.
So, let me get this straight. What you said before, Crash Tag Team Racing.
Yeah, due to recently discovered glitches, Crash Tag Team Racing can be finished without doing any races. Because there's so many glitches of various
Right.
sorts, that's the fifth. Okay,
Take it
here we
seriously
go.
this time.
So yeah, we're gonna concentrate and try and actually defeat Oxide, although he's on his easiest difficulty now, so it should
I'm not
be-
sure it's as easy as.
I don't think it can get much easier than this.
Oh. Oh. Just avoid the red ball.
Dodges. So we need to risk this.
Please don't get the red ball.
And one more.
Can I? Oh. Bang! Time!
Oh.
PB!
Great lads. We have plenty of time to show off the
Oh,
next
yeah.
one. So this game is a fun thing. So there's 4 good characters and 4 evil characters. The 2 best characters in the game, the ones we're playing as, one is good and one is evil. So the game doesn't know which ending to give you. So you end it with a sudden death versus in the bash mini game.
For good versus evil,
So,
the fate
um,
of the universe
Let's
is in our hands.
decide who wins, good versus evil. Yeah, should we just skip through this cutscene?
I think it's.
So I'm good, he's evil.
This is the real finale for a real finale run.
Alright.
This is serious time right here.
Competitive crash bash when.
So this game does support the multi-tap, so you can play with 4 people at once. And I do have the I didn't bring it with me, but I do have the multi-tap, so that is a thing. Also finally got a 4th PlayStation controller, so that can finally be a thing which can happen ever.
TNT's around, boys.
We were doing this last night, and we actually managed to get a tie in one round. We killed each other at the same time. It was pretty hype. Not gonna lie.
Stop doing that.
This is what I actually did.
Oh no. Oh no! For some reason though in this
Yeah,
game,
Tiny-
Tiny and
Tiny-
Dingo Dial are good.
Yeah,
Best of 5?
best of 3. Well, yeah. Sorry, like first 2, 3.
Oh, this is like. Oh,
So, but yeah, it's,
I bet chat's going bananas.
I mean, we're a bit ahead, so I figured might phone some time.
Oh,
Yeah. So, fun fact: to max percent this game in co-op mode, you actually do need to make sure, like you do anyway for the run, but you need to make sure that if you are choosing like unoptimal characters, that you do have a good and evil character, as this counts as 1% towards the maximum completion, and there's no way of switching your characters. So you can essentially lock yourself out of max percent in 2-player mode from the very start of the game by choosing either 2 good or 2 evil characters.
Sniped. Ah.
Round 3.
Right. Can we stop doing that, please? Alright. This is not going to plan.
that was a big hit.
Oh, good wins.
And good win.
Good ending.
The bad
Yeah.
ending's more fun.
Oh yeah, the bad ending is the bad mask gets all the crystals and he kind of takes over the world. But in this one, he's just really angry at Cortex and Brio.
And then happy fireworks and happy music start playing after evil takes over the world, but you know. And yeah, that's Crash Bash. There's a bonus warp room afterwards, but
Yeah,
they're
there's
all,
a fifth warp room, but this is the credits just coming up here.
Yeah, they're all bonus levels.
So what about that music then with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Crash?
No, maybe not copyright stuff. Wouldn't want to risk it.
Oh, that is an actual law. You can't do copyright infringement.
So, yeah, so the good mask goes and steals crystals.
Oh,